Hello out there to all my DigiPeeps. Hope you're all doing well, having a good day. I've been stuck in the house for the past few days and I cannot stop thinking. There is one very big question that I want answered. Probably the biggest what-if question in the entire comic book superhero genre. What if Bruce Wayne's parents were not murdered? I have been mulling it over, and honestly, I am surprised this concept has not been explored more in some alternate universe comics or some one-shots. Stuff like that. We have a grizzled old Batman in Thomas Wayne and a Martha Wayne that has turned into a twisted female version of the Joker. An evil Batman-esque character in Owlman, yet no happy ending for the Wayne family as a whole. So, with that concept in mind and the Batman movie out today, I thought I would share my thoughts and ideas on the concept I have had that will not shut off in my head. I need to get this out and I hope you all like it. So, let's start out with what we know. Thomas and Martha Wayne are the billionaire socialites with good intentions for their city. They would spend every dollar in their bank if it meant they could stop Gotham from bleeding. Thomas Wayne is a doctor and leaves the business side of his billion-dollar company to others, so right off the bat, we have a solid foundation for the man Bruce Wayne will grow into. First up, he would be a privileged individual with a good heart, and I would definitely say a willingness to help people less fortunate than himself. Definitely a hands-on type of guy. This would only be furthered by the fact that he is friends with Thomas Elliot, the man who would later become the villain known as Hush, but before that, he was a renowned doctor with all the skill in the world. For those who don't know, he and Bruce Wayne were childhood friends before Bruce went off and became Batman. In that time, he became obsessed with Bruce Wayne and performed plastic surgery on himself to look exactly like his old best friend. However, in my reality, Bruce never left Gotham to become Batman and create this vigilante who I firmly believe causes the very problems he fights. The universal rule of every action has an opposite and opposing reaction. With no Batman, there is no need for the likes of Hush, Joker, Penguin, things like that. Bruce never goes around the world to train and stays in Gotham with his friend Tommy, who leans on Bruce and vice versa. Now that's two amazing doctors in Thomas Elliot and Thomas Wayne who inspire Bruce and show him that there are ways to help people. However, that daredevil aspect of Bruce still exists, and I feel that would lead him to the police force. This is a career path which naturally I feel Bruce would shine in. He would not only excel at his studies, but his work as well. He would be the best cop on any force. No bad guy would stand a chance, and he would do all this in the confines of the law. Plus, I do not see Bruce wanting to copy his dad or his best friend. He would want to find his own path. Then, I kind of have the idea that the TV show APB had. If you did not watch it, a billionaire lost his friend in a store mugging and the police did not respond in time to save him. So he spends his millions of dollars on state-of-the-art equipment for a police force. This is something I could see Bruce spending some of his millions on. Equipping the GCPD with state-of-the-art equipment, the fastest cars, the best bulletproof vests, stuff like that. Also, APB, great show. Shame it was not picked up for a second season. I would recommend it if you haven't seen it already. Anyway, back to my idea. We have the proud yet concerned parents watching Bruce as he does his best to save the city. Bruce jumps into the firefight and his best friend Tommy helps those that need saving or get stuck in the crosshair. Then that just leaves the law and order side of things. Enter Harvey Dent, the district attorney who of course catches wind of this team of Bruce and Tommy and naturally wants to join them in their attempts to help the city. Perhaps Tommy was someone who helped Harvey when he was attacked with acid, or something along those lines, maybe seeing as there is no Batman. That means Harvey is never sent down that path to become Two-Face. He is a struggling DA, however, and realises he needs help, so he is of course drawn to the super cop Officer Wayne and Dr. Elliot, who together make up an unstoppable trio in their mission to save Gotham. Bruce covers the action with the bad guys. Harvey sentences these bad guys to the prison terms they deserve, and Thomas Elliot, with maybe a mentor in Thomas Wayne, saved the helpless innocents of Gotham. Speaking of mentors, we must factor in the infamous Jim Gordon into this alternate universe version of Gotham. Now, he is the same police commissioner we all know and love, a wartime general deep in the thick of it with the criminals of Gotham. Now, I have no doubt in my mind he would see Bruce Wayne as a like-minded individual who always has Gotham City's best interest at heart, but more importantly is a straight arrow in a department full of crooked cops. There is still crime in Gotham City and it is on the rise. The corruption is still there, but the mission remains the same. Jim takes Bruce under his wing and keeps him close in his inner circle, and I honestly see Jim becoming a father figure to Bruce. Why use the term father figure when Bruce has a dad? Well, it has come to my attention that a lot of media in the past has shown Thomas and Martha Wayne deep in some illegal and shady deals. Sometimes with the likes of the Cobblepot family, sometimes linked with the Court of Owls, sometimes partners with the Falcone family. If you have played the Telltale series of Batman, the whole story kind of centered around the Wayne family not being as clean-cut as they were portrayed back in the past. That is perfect. You could do something where Bruce has to make the decision to bring his parents in and make them answer for their crimes. A dilemma that Bruce has in his pursuit of saving Gotham. Maybe Thomas injures Harvey or doubles down on his partnership with Carmine Falcone. Maybe they bring the Cobblepot family into things, then you have Bruce Wayne, Harvey Dent and Thomas Elliot taking on the likes of Thomas Wayne, Carmine Falcone and Oswald Cobblepot. I mean, it is Gotham City after all. You have to have some drama. I wonder what insurance is like in Gotham City. You have full coverage for chemical warfare, random clown attacks, late night cat maulings, car insurance for random bat-themed vehicle destruction, your own personal emergency phone number for help with confusing riddles with double meanings, flash freeze damage to property or your person, or complemented with a free sample of Killer Plant Weed Killer. Poor people most likely wonder what new theme some thug is going to take up that is only going to screw them over and their city even more. They probably hold their breath at every single rally, parade, circus visit. It sounds tense. Well, that is pretty much all I have for my idea. I wanted to share it with all of you and maybe see what you thought. Hope you enjoyed it, but that is one of many I feel could happen. I was talking to some mates of mine and we came up with the idea of Bruce becoming a spoiled brat with a deep bank account, kind of what he already portrays when he's not being Batman. Maybe he could become a charitable worker and volunteer his time at homeless shelters and such. Maybe you could do a full 180 and have Bruce become a dominant CEO billionaire, much in the vein of Lex Luthor or Norman Osborn, using his money to further his own personal goals. The possibilities are endless. Anyway, just a thought I had with all the Batman hype. The movie is officially out now and I cannot wait to see it. I just booked my plane tickets to go and see my brother and my nephews, and we are going to see it next weekend. We are going to have a boys' day, as my nephews call it. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the Batman movie if you go to see it, and I will catch you all in the next one.